This is our MPC software. This is the MPC 3.7 here. And let's go up here first to see if it is. We're going to press About MPC. And we get here, of course, MPC 3. And here it says version 3.7, 64-bit. Okay, so we know we've got it. Click on that. We're back there. And this is the latest version, which came out recently after the MPC XL was released. I've been meaning to do a video on it, so we're going to get a video done right now. I'm Doc from SampleKings.com, and let's get started here. Now, we have this as a full, just how it works, the window here for working. But I also have info on this side where the eye is at here. We have sequence on top. We have track here, just like you see in your machine. There's also a clip right here, clip section here. You know, I can put clips in here, build clips up in there, of course. And then, of course, down here we have sends. So you'll see here on the left-hand side, you'll see here we've got, this is the I for info, and this represents the track channel. So this would be that track channel. For the track here, the channel to be the master output would be right here. That's our master. Like you normally see in your MPC, you have those two tracks on the side. That's what this represents. And the other side over here, we have our grid view, which is right here. Now on our grid view, we have grid, we have wave, and we have list. Now above sequence here, we have different areas we can visit also right here. Let's get something else open up here. We can look at some things. Let's pull up some information or actually get some data. So we'll go right here, for example. Oh, this is cool. This is the activation of our quick help right there, right? He's on now. And I go right to here, and I can click on this right here, and this gives me my file browser. I can go to anything on my hard drive. No matter what it is, it could be my machine samples, some MPC samples. I know where they are. I can have a destination right here how to get to them, right? I can see those are my Akai samples right here, right? I go further up here. I can see more things in here. I see different racks, libraries. So I can view whatever I view what's on my computer system. Now also, so I go up here again. It's just MPCs again. And now this is more stuff here. There's North Core. So now we're in just about everything's here in this one. Now, on the top here, we have folders. I can have certain folders, and each folder be a destination for a particular sample or program or pre-app I'm looking for. It all depends what I'm looking for, it makes a difference. So I also have this here where I have certain categories I can select: the project, sequence, track, presets, as plugins. All right, and here we have samples, and here we have all the folders. As you can see, if I go to samples here, no samples load up, right? But if I did click on, say, this one right here, we'd see those samples. I go back to here, we wouldn't see that. Starts here, we wouldn't see it here. We don't see it here, we don't see it here, but we do see it in samples because that folder is open. To go back up a directory lock, and the next one above it, next folder above that, and go down. Now, of course, this is our file browser quick help. So if I come to here, or if I go someplace here, this will explain where my cursor's at. I go to here, well, this is project. I go to here, oh, that's a memory. This panel shows you the structure of your current project, right? So nothing's here on that. So if you come to some things here, you won't see anything here at all. And this won't say anything. Let's go back to here. Let's do this here again. Opens it up, closes it up. See that? So we don't see some things you don't see. I put my cursor here, and this is the grid view. And now it says something down there. If I go up to here and I go to right here, nothing. But you'll see here on the very top, there's a record R here. I can press R on my computer, and that records the record mode. I press R to stop it. I'll press stop actually to stop it here. Stop, boom. That stops it totally. So we can use our keyboard also as well. Now to make this even more simpler, you'll see here, this is the keyboard. So if I come to here, that's piano. Right here, it's just a keyboard. I'm just playing, I'm using the keys to put data in. I'm going to put keys in to say something. I'll come in and change the name of the sequence using my keys. I'll click this again here, and now it's like a drum pad, right? So that means the certain keys activated. And we'll show you that next. So first thing I want to do though, is I'd like to load something in so we can play around and hear it. So we're going to go here to our next destination, which is here. This is our expansion browser. Now my expansion browser, I have all my expansions. You can see here, I got tons of stuff here. A lot of stuff I didn't pay for. I got this special project. Well, something happened at Akai. They gave away something for MPC Live 2. It was the Pro Pack. I ended up getting that. And I got the XSL and I got the MPC Live 3. So I ended up getting a lot of different stuff over time. And I haven't had the MPC for years. So I got tons of stuff here, which is beautiful to have. And so I'll go through here, for example. I want to find something I want to load in. I may scroll through some of these items. Say, I'm going to get this to get that. Here's lo-fi beats. I go right to lo-fi beats. And I'll go to here, it says programs, and I get to the lo-fi, and I'll scroll down a little bit more. And here, I click on something, it opens up, right? That's pretty cool. So to hear this is important. Once I get here, this is selected. If I want to play it again, gotta hold it down. Stop it. It won't play. Play selected item. Here's the audio for it. If I go to here, well, it's on, right? That's the audio for autoplay. So if I go to here, we're not playing anything at all. Autoplay is not on. If I go to here and turn this on, we are now in audio play. I'll turn it off, it stops. But I can come to here and hold that down and hear it back. Right? So then again, right here, this is warped. That means it'll tie into the loop, or whatever the actual tempo is. Now here I get the level of that audio sound. Currently it's at minus 20 dB. And so it's a great way to peruse through all these sample files, you know. And in the older version, before the new 3. Well, maybe I think sometime even before that, but it changed a little bit. So for example, I can come in and see these actual kits. And I can also see sequences here. And I will see sequences that match the kit. So I may just want to load the kit in, right? And I'll say I'll load this in. And I have these sounds. I can hit here, I don't hear them. I go to here, I do hear them. And see the speaker icon appear once you get there. But we don't have the program. So this is Lo-Fi Kit 4. I go Lo-Fi Kit 4, I click right here. Now it loads in. And what's the tempo? It says here it's 80. So if I come to here, I'll go 80.00, press return, and we'll play it back. And now we see the sequence. So what I want to do here is make it expand out, right? So this is scrolling along. This is scrolling along like this. So it's right here, but it's actually, once it passes 2, it just stays right there in front of us, and the pages scroll past us. That's the playback head. Stop that. Now to change that also, I can come to here, and I can have this go to auto scroll. And I'll press play from the top. See, a different way to scroll through everything like that. And that's how that works. So once it loads in, you see here we have a bunch of samples here in our sample pool. This is our sample pool. And we have our project here. It says all samples that we have in here. Not all samples are going to be used for every project sometimes. So I come in, this one is though, because the only thing I have in here actually, and this is the name of that kit. And this is the name of the sequence for that kit. And that's how that works. Let's suppose you're looking for stuff, right? You want to get some kits, some samples, figure what you're going on, figure what you want to do. Well, we'll go over some place, we'll go to here actually. We'll go to here, I'm going to get rid of this stuff. I'll go here, press new project. I'll say, look, don't save. I'll go new project. Okay, I don't want nothing new. Cancel that. I'm blanked out here. Nothing's here anymore now, right? And so I may get in here, just want to get some sounds in here and fill that up. So I would go to the kits and just load these programs up right here, right? I'd have the programs in, and I could work with these different programs. And I'd scroll down. But another way to do this is to go right down here to our media browser. And here's media browser. I can just pick sounds I want to pick to put in here, right? And so here I have access to all the sounds available through all the particular expansion packs I actually have here. And I have a lot of expansion packs here, so I can run through expansion packs and pick sounds I like and say, I want to get these particular sounds. Here's a new one I got here, a producer kit. I may come to here, and once I do, I have a filter here. And the filter below here is going to be program and presets, and I have projects, sequences, and samples. So I may want to look for some different samples, right? And so I'm in this kit here. I can see all the samples for that kit. They appear right here. And you'll see the genre, which is hip hop, Jersey, lo-fi, R&B, trap. Then I'll see the instrument family. We'll see bass, brass, drums, effects, guitar, keys, music, percussion, piano, strings, synth, and vocals. So you see everything right here for you. I want to get this, let's say, I want to get some bass right here, right? We got the bass instrument right there, this is cool. And I can figure the basses are all here. I can hear all these basses, but I don't hear them. I go to here, I'll turn this on, right there, and pick what I like. And then drag them here into the sample pool. I go like, say, may put this right here, right? I'll drag it into there, and we don't see it, right? Samples are right there. I go to here, samples, and I see it right there. So you just select all samples, you'll see. If you don't see it, that's how you're going to see it. If I want to clear everything in the sample pool out, I say, I want to get rid of all the samples, purge unused samples. Well, get rid of them all. I'm not using that sample. It's not anywhere inside of a program or anywhere on a drum pad, so it'll clear it out. Great way to get rid of stuff you don't want to keep, samples you don't need to have inside your system. So that's how I can do that also. Now, next here we have right here, and this is our undo history. I go to here, I can see all the history of what I've done or actually went back and forth over, but the history will maintain itself right here until I close the project. And this is our history, undo history. You can undo and redo right here too as well. And once you put your cursor there and you have the help button selected, it'll tell you what's right there also as well, and what the keyboard commands are for that too. Now next here, of course, this is my MIDI learn. If I got some special device I've got, you bought a new MPC joint, okay, you go to here, which one do I have that's new that I can select here, and it'll set up all my parameters for how to work with that particular Akai device. Here, we got, let's see, different keyboards. You see the MPK Mini Play, MPK Mini Plus. They're all in here pretty much, right? Or Alesis, or Altria, or Korg, M Audio, Native Instruments, and Novation. So they've made it easier for you to actually work with other devices from different companies. Now also here, we'll see some project notes. I keep notes sometimes. Title, artist, original artist, album, whatever you say your stuff is going to be, right down there. Now here also I have here, this is going to be for project info about the project itself, what I'm doing. I write that in there also as well. And we get to here, this is MIDI monitor. It monitors the MIDI signal coming in, how much MIDI is coming in, MIDI data, check that out also as well. And here I have a feedback thing with Akai. Okay, they got feedback button, write something else, send them some feedback, bam. My number one feedback is, please fix this. It's still in beta condition, which I'd like to save that from being there, but soon, hopefully, we'll be out of beta and we'll be in a really stable, super stable platform. So that was that side. Now here in the middle, we have this part is just our grid. So our grid and our waves. Let's load something in and go back to here. And let's load something in here. Let's pop into something we might like. I don't know. And see what we got. We're getting down further to the bottom. Let's go further. I think it's further up we have it. We're going to go right up here and outside of this one. And here we go. We got some lo-fi here. We got some other stuff here. Let's go right here, and I'm going to pull something up here. Different program, right? I'm going to get the sequence stuff, because watch this. Once you load the sequence in, you load the sequence gets there, plus you get the project right there. We have the samples for that project too as well. And this appears right here. I'll cross it this way. That's my 8 bars. I'll press play here on my keyboard. Okay, so we see that we hear it. It comes back, it's right here. We can play with it, of course. You see everything here. Drum pads. If I want to stop something, hit the stop button twice. No matter what, some samples just keep playing. You want to hit that stop button twice, and you can end it quickly. Make it easier for you. So we have samples here. We have the project. And it says drums right there, right? Drum track, right? And here we have the track itself. So the track obviously here is where those samples are. Drum track is empty. This is the original track that I got from the beginning by turning the machine on, or turning on this software actually. And below here we have the sequence, the currently selected sequence. And that's the sequence right here. And so you see all these parts here are events. These are events that happen. So I have velocity. This red part of velocity is how hard was that item struck, Or I can change the velocity, right? I got the bass drums here. I'm going to change all their velocity and bring them down, we'll say, right? And I'll play this back. I don't like that. Make them louder. I'll make them low, but you don't hear it, right? Not till you stop. But that's how we can change everything. Press stop button twice. Stop everything from playing. It's important to figure that out. Now, of course, we have the same thing you have on our MPCs that are standalones, which is note repeat. We have full level here, 16 level, and of course, erase. When you erase something, pretty simple. I just erase it. Pretty simple. It's something to do. And 16 levels too as well. I can come and do 16 levels here pretty quickly, I say. There's a bass note right there. I might come to there. I might do something real funky. I'll say, I only have 2 bars. I only want 2 bars here. I go 2 bars right here on the end. See that? I'm here where it says sequence, 2 bars. I'll drag this out a little bit to make it just 2 bars. See that right here in the bottom? Right there, that's good. And see, it's 2 bars. I can drag out right here, this little piece right here. And on the side, I can also increase the width of the particular events. Now, once I get it, I'm going to add an event. I'm in, let's see, 16th notes right here. Good. So I'm going to have a bass drum right here. And say I want to record inside a sequence. I can tap these pads with pads. I can also use these pads right here to do it with, right? I can also use my keyboard to do this. So I'm going to come in here, for example. I'll put this one right here. And let's play it back. So what I want to do is make this one drum, double click again right there, make this one drum into like a pitched instrument. I'll go to where it says 16 levels, I'll click right there. We have tuning. Original pad will be at 12, and that's the original will be right here, it's 12. And the pad that's going to be used will be pad 5, the pad I struck with that bass drum. I'll press, I like that, okay. It says natural minor. I'm not going to use a natural minor, so let's go back to here. I'm going to go to here, see. That sounds good to me. So now I want to record that. So I'm going to go to here, and we're going to press this button right here. I'm going to press overdub. I'm not going to record over anything else here. I want to make sure I can record on this track here, right? So I want to make sure I'm going to be in that. This is this here. I want to go to here right now. Good. And I'm recording this track, which is the track I have right here. It's the track. Good. I'll press the record button right there. Now I have the ability to record in that track. So now I'm going to press play here. Get my count in. Okay, we got that. So this one came a little bit too soon here. Go right back to here and I'll play it again. That's how I can record inside this system right here pretty quickly. And I just use my cursor to hit right there to play it. I can also use the keyboard. So I got a keyboard here, of course. I can use Z. I could use this. So I'm using my keys on my keyboard. I'm using Z through V and A through F and Q through R and 1 through 1, 2, 3, 4, right? To make this sound work. So I'm hitting those keys. And that's how this works. The next version of it is a piano. If I had a piano, play like a piano, I can use my keyboard as a piano too as well. I want to keep it keys right now. And that's how I can record, use the keys on the keyboard, record, also in tuning, turn this off, and I'm back to where I started from, where each pad is now its individual sound assigned to that pad. That's pretty cool. Now, also we have here the Q-Link right on this side, right? And so the Q-Link works pretty simple. It's the screen queuing. So whatever you see on the screen, we'll see. Like track volume, I go to here. Oop, oop. See, it's erasing everything. Let's undo that. Be aware of that. You start doing that, you want to do that. So make sure you go back to here. We're going to be out of this right now. Cool. I press play. We're playing good. So now I press play. Here's track volume. Turn that track down. See that? Turn that down. So I have metronome level. I have the metronome on or off. It's off currently. The playback head, I can move where that head's at. See the head moving right there inside the grid mode? Perfect. I can also come here, I have time division. So my time division is based on right here, which is time correction right here, is 16th notes. 16th notes, see that right there. Swing value. We have current tracks. You can see all the stuff right here in the software. As you look to your software, it all corresponds to what we see in front of us. Here's the sequence length. We see that right here as 2, and here it says it 2 right below here as well. Sequence loop, 1 bar to the next bar, right? Because it's a 2-bar sequence. If I go back again here and get it back to 8, now I'm going to drag this part out here. I'm going to go right here to be full 8 bars right there. Right there. Oh, yeah, you got to grab it and hold it down there sometimes. So I can do that, but I'm going to go right here and make it easier. I'm going to click on that and go press 8. And now it's 8 bars fully. Just a much more fast way to do that. I wanted to show you that, though, to make sure you understood what was going on here. And so here, on the left side, we have the grid here, of course, and in the middle here, we have our data. Now, this is now an eraser tool. See that? I go to right here, it's a selector tool. I go right here's a pencil tool. I can undo that too. Boom. This is how we work with inside the whole system. Now, I can also come to here and do several different things here, as you can see right here. I can link track and grid views. Okay, here we have snap absolutely to the grid. This, of course, is hitting pads selects events. So I hit a pad here. All the events are selected right here for that pad. I hit a bass drum right here. Every event is selected for that bass drum. And of course, here I can export audio. I can also export a MIDI data of anything I have here. Just click on this and drag it off the system onto your desktop. Now, on this side here, we have a couple of advantages. We can't just see the grid and what's on each pad. We can also see the waveform. So this is the waveform of the last selected pad. If I select the pad right now, that's the waveform of that pad. And this is great because I can come into here and see the samples and edit the samples at the same time while they're here. Rather than having to go to a different page, everything's in front of us here in the software. It's kind of cool. And you can see everything right here. I can have the stretch, the BPM of that particular sound. I have a loop right here. What's the loop of this? This loop is 80 BPM. It's 80. It's the warp value, right? You see the key right here. Everything's here for us. The next option we have here is list. You hold on the list, we pull it down here. We see a list of every event. If I press play, we see this little thing, this little red triangle go right down here. Now bar 5. 7. 8. Back to the top where the bass line is made. It's that easy. This is so cool to work with. Now here on the left-hand side, we have this info button. I go right here like this. It's pretty cool. We see the track view right here. You know the track. If I go to here, we're going to see the output of the main master output. I'll remove this a little bit and we see this right here. We can add little effects here and stuff, right? These are our inserts. We have sends. I can send to effects as well. And up here above it, we have the clip. Here we have the track, data about the track. A track can either be whatever I want it to be. It could be drum, key group, plugin, MIDI, CV, and audio. And of course, here is our sequence. So I can just click on a sequence and see other sequences. I can right click. I can double the length. I can half length, clear all, clear events, erase, copy. It's all here. Insert bars, delete bars, copy events. Everything's here for you to edit right here inside this whole section right here. on the left-hand side for our sequence. I also can come right here and see more. I want to see what? You can see the end, the start. I don't want to see the start or the end. You can say you don't want to see, you can want to see. Whatever you click here on and off will be on or off for you. And you'll be able to see it or not see it if you don't want to see it at all. Pretty cool how to work. Of course, on top of here, we have everything else we can do. We go to here and you can see everything. Main, arrange, track edit, sample edit, pad mixer, right? Channel mixer. So everything we normally would see on the standalone is right here, but it's also here in the software right in front of you. It's a much more easy way to get around. And using the software, don't be scared of it. You should try to use it also and check out how it works, because it will help you down the line when you want to use your own plugins sometimes rather than using all the MPC plugins. That's the beauty of it. Now, if you don't see some stuff that you've got here or not in your expansion pack, you want to go, let's say to right here, I go to right here, for example. I can go my activations. Where's my stuff at? We go right here to activations. You can see everything that you want, that you should have had. You say, where's my activations at? Or you want to try something. It's a trial for this, a trial for this, a trial for that. Most stuff here, I don't want to trial up. I know what I want pretty much. And so know what you want, get it. Don't sort of like get crazy about spending a lot of money on getting stuff. Learn what you have first and get down with that, of course. But you'll see a lot of your stuff here that's not activated. Make sure you activate it for your MPC software on your computer system. I press that OK right there. And if you can't see it there, you come right to here. You may come to here and see settings. And you go into settings, you see all the parameters, which is actually preferences on your MPC standalone. You'll see it right here. That's pretty cool to do. We got audio, we have MIDI, activations, plugins, sequencers. Everything's right here for you to check out. We can click here, activations, like I saw just a minute ago. I can go for project defaults, right? I say, well, use clip workflow. Cool. This actually doesn't work until they actually get the beta fixed, but hopefully it'll work one day. We have here project, load, and save. So a lot of the parameters you see normally on your MPC standalones right here. This is a great way to work with MPC without a standalone. If you don't want to spend the money, you can work with the software right here. And still, once you buy it, you still use this stuff here and put it in here. And you can also take your own projects from your standalone and bring in here too as well. It'll work perfectly and go back and forth too anyway.